My role and what I try to do is turn you into a moneymaker. A label is not going to make you be what you are. Until you are a moneymaker for a performing rights organization, you're only a time taker. There simply is no cookie cutter, one size fits all plan of action.
Don't forget to hire me as your music money maximizer. I'll walk you through all the registrations you need to receive your maximum royalties. And remember, your first 15-minute consultation is free. Click on the link below. What's up, boys and girls? It's your Intrepid Songwriter chronicling my adventures as a songwriter, because seriously, who does that? And I'm here to help you get on the fast track. You are going to want to know our guest today. This young lady has literally been a blessing to me since the day I met her. Everything she says to you is going to be gold, okay? It's going to be worth 10 years of struggle of you trying to figure it out for yourself. So I want you to pay careful attention to everything she has to say. And welcome to our show, Mrs. Sheree Spoltore. How you doing, Sheree?
Thank you so much, David, for having me on today. I really do appreciate it very much. And thanks to everybody who is listening. I love what you said about shaving off 10 years. What you don't know, it's interesting you said that, because what you don't know is every day my goal is to be a straight line, to expedite success for people, to be making a difference and making a living with their gifts and talents. And there's a math equation. It says the shortest distance between point A and B is a straight line. And so that's my goal. So thank you for having me today. My company is called Global Songwriters Connection.
Okay.
I will tell you, my mission for my company is to encourage, equip, and empower creators to be making a difference and a living with their gifts and talents. And so my company is located, you can go website www.globalsongwriters.com. And then we do have Global Songwriters Connection. Now, the word global should tell you a lot. We work with every genre. I don't pretend to be the expert in every genre, but I'm very fortunate to have connections to those who are, which is the third word, connection. And it's not just about songwriting, it's artists, because many of them are artist writers. And so we can help you if you're a performing artist writer. We help with career development and helping you with booking. My husband runs a booking company called Live on Stage. You can check out his company at liveonstage.biz. And we love that we can frequently put someone to work through, he works for Matt Davenport Productions, and they're so great about putting people to work that have never had a publishing deal or a label deal, but they're out there using their gifts and talents to make a living. And so that's one of our focuses of our company, is not waiting on someone, to give you permission to be doing what you're born to do. And so, but we're right there on Facebook, right there on Twitter, and at www.globalsongwriters.com. Love for you to drop by our Facebook and just see what our members say about us. Well, publishing is usually when you find a creative director or a company who works at a company who says, we believe in you and your music, and we want to sign you and for you to be exclusive to our company. You are going to be an exclusive songwriter for our company for a period of time that we agree on, and for this amount of money, or sometimes no money in today's market, that we agree on for this percentage of publishing or all percentage of publishing. And there is no cookie cutter, one size fits all publishing deal. Publishing deals are all across the board, and they're based on perceived value. based upon what you bring to the table. So someone like you bring a lot to the table in that, number one, you can produce your demos, which saves the publishing company a lot of money because you can turn out a work demo fairly quickly that's going to be listenable. And where normally they would even have to pay. So to do something like that, that's a lot. Plus you sing, plus you write, plus you produce, plus you work with up and coming talent. So you're stacking the deck there. And the more that you bring to the table, the increase of your perceived value. So that's a publishing. I will let you know that because of our current marketing climate, I don't know if it'll always be this way, but many publishers are being forced to move more what I call direct to market. And what they're signing is artist writers. In other words, they are having to get those cuts rather than pitching songs to those artists. They are signing artist writers and working to bring these artist writers to market, which means they're doing a lot more artist development when used to their focus was more songwriting development. There is simply, due to 3 billion free downloads a month, there is simply not a lot of finances available until Congress changes our legislative laws on how creators are paid. And so this is forcing them. Some of them are natural artist development anyway. They're really good at that. Some of them, it's not really what they wanted to do, but they've got to move and cut out the middleman and move as direct to market as possible. So that is the publishing end of it. There are 2 parts of a song, 100%, which is a publisher part, and 100%, which is a songwriter part, right? And I know that sounds a little strange that there's 200%, but publishing usually means for a first-time writer, not always, but usually means that the publisher will take 100% of the publishing and the writer receives 100% of the writer share. Then you have label deals. And label deals, too, there is no one-size-fits-all. Again, it's based on perceived value. And if you are a performing artist writer, I really encourage you to be building your fan base, to be out there performing, doing 100 shows, 200 shows a year. Be what you know you already are. A label is not going to make you be what you are. They're just going to increase your visibility, and that's a very important component. They will have the budget for helping you to increase and magnify who and what you already are. The role of that label, I've been really fortunate through 12 years now to 10, 11 years now, I guess, to help be a part of and facilitate over 100 publishing deals and be a part of 7 label deals. And identifying the talent, being the first to play them, helping them to prepare their press kits, getting everything behind the scenes ready for them to go. I'm kind of the person who goes and here's the woods, and I chop down the trees, and I chop down the weeds, and we do all the elbow work, and we do a lot to get a few people walking on that path with us. And then suddenly we got a highway. There's, people that come in because you've done all the hard work, and there's a lot of people on that path. But labels are just really there to magnify and to amplify unique gifts, uniquely gifted voices. Sometimes it's not always the best voice. It's something that may just have a voice with something unique in it, or a songwriter style that's unique. The song, a signature sound that's memorable. I know that radio may not always reflect that right now, especially in the country music market. Trust me, I'm going to hear some emails about that, I know. I know that right now, maybe the country market doesn't, but there is a buyer's market for what is selling right now in the country market, which is why it exists. Brian White was recently at one of our Focus participant, was a pro writer at our Focus event, and writing with our participants. Mm-hmm. And he said something, I love this quote. He said, "Don't throw rocks at the parade you want to be in."
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty powerful. If you don't like what's going on in the music industry right now, instead of focusing on the problem, be the solution and be the answer for something different to be on radio. Be that fresh, unique sound, that undeniable talent. They're going to pitch your song. They're going to handle the administration of your song, all the paperwork of your song. They're going to be, collecting licensing fees. Actually, your performing rights organization will collect that money, but they will get all of the performing right information, like your co-writer, their contact information. Then they submit that. They catalog it, which means they do the record keeping. If you don't have a publisher, you need to be cataloging your material yourself. You need to be gathering your co-writer's information and all of that yourself, what the split is on the song. In Nashville, it's always 50-50. Sometime in hip-hop urban, they count the lines. In pop, sometimes it's based on percentages, right, of how much you contributed based on percentages. So that's different. But at Nashville, if you're in the room and you wrote, and there's three of us in the room, it's a third, and a third. But the publisher's going to be promoting, they're going to be pitching your music, and they're also going to be cataloging, gathering the information. They will also support and be paying for the demo expense of your songs for promotional purposes. They're also going to be bringing in, most successful publishing companies have been in business for 10 years or more. They're bringing in their relationships. That is a critical component that a publisher brings to the table for a writer, and that is their working relationships within the community with artists, with A&R representative, with producers, and with managers. We've got a link on our website at globalsongwriters.com that says free stuff, and it will teach you a little bit about performing rights organizations, what their role is. There are three BMI that are U.S. performing right organizations, BMI, SESAC, and ASCAP. They are all good. I've got members that work with all of them, and there's great people working hard for songwriters. Just remember that their role, I often hear people complain about their performing rights organization because they have a misunderstanding about what the role of the performing rights organization is. Mm-hmm. A performing rights organization's role is to simply collect the royalties from when your song is being performed. Now, nobody in the PRO said this. I said this. I often say that until you are a money maker for a performing rights organization, you're only a time taker. Until you become a money maker for them, you are nothing but a time taker. Right. And so my role and what I try to do is turn you into a money maker. And then the performing rights organizations have lots of services to help you collect money. They also have a lot of added value services that are developmental services that are there that they offer free of charge. It's not that what they're really supposed to do, but they just do that as their investment within the community. And all of them have great people there to work with. So it's called Free Stuff. It's a little click on my website. It's right on the homepage. There's a lot of free articles. And my Global Songwriter Facebook page has tons of free tips on it as well. So please just go in. My goal is to reach as many songwriters as I can in my lifetime with information. I really feel like if you are getting started, or even if you've been really successful outside of a music mecca, outside of LA, New York, or Nashville, I have to be real careful on how I say this, because I don't want you to give your power away. I don't want you to give away what you know. But on the other hand, it is very important to be coachable. It is the most important characteristic. If you know it all, And nobody knows it all. I don't know it all. That's why I've got a bevy of industry professionals. I don't ever pretend to be the expert in all of it. I've got people that I can call and get you connected to. That's the, again, global songwriter, you know, the connection part. I've got people I can connect you to. But if you've got all the answers, people are going to listen to you talk and they're not going to help you because you already got it together. What do you need them for? And also, if you're offering excuses all the time, it's just, there are real reasons why you need help. Tell those to me and mentors behind the scene, but not to other industry pros. I want to know your reasons why you think you, part of our mentoring includes your challenges and your goals and your achievements. I want to know both your challenges. I want to know what those roadblocks, because I truly believe that those stumbling blocks are probably your stepping stones and become part of your story. But be listening, be coachable. Even if you choose not to accept the information, just be gracious and say thank you. And I really appreciate your insight.
And just receive it, even if you don't want to use it.
Right.
Wow, that's powerful.
When you're receiving information, most of the time you're going to have one of two responses. Both are important. It's either going to resonate with you or you're going to greatly resist it. Both of those, if you are greatly resisting something, you need to know why. You need to sit down and figure out, why did that hit me wrong? Why? Because there's a grain of truth in there, but it's either going to resonate with you, and sometimes it just isn't for you. It's just not for you in your career. Maybe the person who was mentoring you didn't really know you, didn't really know your goals, and they gave you something that doesn't work for your vision and your career. So be coachable, be open to receive and listening and willing to learn.